Hello, it's Nigby. This is the ABUS D9 that I got from John Holistic recently. John, just by explanation, I have cut it in half. I haven't got a D9 with a key. I didn't have, I do have now. So I'm going to keep the half with a key for myself, which I like to do. I do like to keep locks from people. I also like to pass locks on, so that's why I've cut it in half. I can pass that half on to somebody else. Just very quickly show you the lock and the key. So working, and just have a look at that bit, and there's a really high lift right at the back there, and then a real mixture in between. The reason for the video, because I've recently picked a D9, and in the comments AJ came on and said that he'd struggled to pick his, but he's using the Honest Dong picks. So that made me go and fetch out my old hook picks. I think that the camera's trying to focus on that packet too much. There we go. It's just a bright shiny object. It's target vision for the camera. I would normally, this was my number one. The number four, my number one was the number 5, and I tried to pick everything with this. But if you have a look at this, let's just put some zoom on there. Too much. And some focus. This pick won't even go in, no matter where you try it. Try to do a scoop round in under there. There's not a chance you could pick this lock with this pick. So at that point, I thought, well, okay, I've given up. I can see what the problem is. But I just went through the rest of the box, and what I found was this one. And the reason this one's different, let me just show you the end of that flag. So from that direction on, you can see that it's made how you would expect, with the flag coming out level with the base or the bottom of the shaft. This one, I don't think it's supposed to be like this. If somebody else has got a set of hooks, they can tell me. I think that tip has just been welded on wrong, and I think part of the reason that the tip has been welded on wrong is this. When I come to measure with my terrible old vernier calipers, just make sure that's zeroed. Okay, so the shaft on this one is well over, well, about 1.25 millimeter. Excuse the mixed units there. But the shaft on this one is well under a millimeter, so just over 0.75 of a millimeter, and I think that's one of the reasons that I found it actually easier to use than my multi-picks, because this is the multi-pick that I would normally use to pick that, and I get that to just over a millimeter on that one. I think that's the number 5, and my absolute go-to for almost all dimple picking is the number 7, and that is coming up at just over a millimeter as well. They're oval shafts on these, so as you rotate that, that's it. No, I always believed that these were supposed to be 0.8 millimeter, so it's quite surprising to see that at just over a millimeter. So that's possibly why, with that coming in so thin, that I actually found it easier to pick this lock with this pick than the multi-pick. So anyway, that's what I'm going to do now as well. Let's put some focus on there. So yeah, AJ, I've seen you pick way harder locks than this. It really is a fairly simple lock with just, I think it's just one standard. In fact, if we get time and this video doesn't go on too long, I'll get this as well. I think it's just got one standard and two, and then the rest will be spools. Well within your ability, mate. Absolutely well within your ability. But if your pick doesn't fit, there's absolutely not a chance in the world that you're going to pick it. Anyway, so I'll shut up and just concentrate on the lock for a second. So down to number 2 gives us the full set. And then we're just spool hunting. Didn't get the full set back there. There's 3 or 4. There's definitely number 1. And there we go, got that open. As I say, and relatively easy because of this very, very slim pick. So yeah, it's going to make this a longish video, but let's just have a look inside and just see if I'm right in what I'm thinking. Let's take some of that zoom off. If I can work out how to isolate sections of the video, I'll try and speed up this gutting. Okay, welcome back from fast forward, or sorry if it took so long, depending on whether I can work out the editing software. Okay, so key out, and Brett, sorry about the appearance of my pinning that. Okay, so I'll just dump them out and then we'll have a look at them after. Okay, so pretty much exactly what I thought, but I've never seen spools quite like that, with a really thin lip on one end and a wide lip on the other. And the surprise for me is that the all but one key pin is a torpedo for overset. But yeah, standard and 2 exactly as we thought, and then spools in everything else. Don't think there's anything unusual about that car. No, nothing at all. Give you a look around it. So yeah, most of the security, or all of the security, comes from the warding on that. Without some fairly specialist tools, you're just not getting into this lock at all. Great, John, thanks so much for the lock. It's given me a chance to do this. Well, I think it's interesting in terms of the picks and whatever. And AJ, you know you need to pull the pin on that on that set of picks, mate. Anyway, thanks for watching.